Hey, C-Doom, what's up, man? Hope you're good. Long time. Alright, let's get this started. Hope you had a good weekend. How'd the run go yesterday? As you can see, I'm back in Kaleem, so that should answer your question. So not very well. It ended on a really dumb death. Well, what chapter you make it to? I made it to, what's it called? Ancestral Forge. So, and I died in Ancestral Forge to the Agon Hunter. And kind of weird, like, it was kind of a weird death because I was full health. And then he hits me with one of his skulls, and then I just die. It was really, it felt kind of cheap. But I just realized, playing this game on 150 speed is just like, the damage is just broken at times. Like, you just take way too much damage. And if you add like 300 damage to player to that, it's just like, it just becomes broken, It just becomes completely broken. Dude, I get that on my Max Lives playthrough right now, and like the lowest something damaged you is 75, and everything else is like 200. Yeah, exactly. It's like it's unbalanced, and that's what it's supposed to be, It's supposed to be unbalanced. It's impossible to balance a game around max sliders, You can't do that. Yeah. Just makes it frustrating while playing it, right? Because especially if you want to do Ultra Nightmare like me, like, you die from nothing, right? It's just, sometimes like I'm like, oh fuck this game, it's so cheap and all that, like the guests, the deaths are cheap, but at the same time I'm the one, I'm the one who chose to play on these sliders, right? And 300 damage to player is just like, Nightmare is 250, so, and I took it up to 300, and that just changes the game completely. Yeah, it's like you're doing it to yourself. Yeah, but I am doing it to myself, and I like, I like torturing myself, kind of, in video games. There's something about it, like, I don't know what it is. I like really pushing myself and see, what I can do, and on really high difficulties, but, like, this is something else. I have to say, this is something else. This is really not... Oh, shit. Come on, give me my... Oh no. Did I punch the barrel? Okay. Kool-Aid! How's it going, man? Do you think this game could use more polish? Yeah, it definitely could. I think, like, you know, for example, with the melee system, you know, sometimes when you use the melee on an enemy, like, you know, it doesn't, like, if I press input 3 times, sometimes it's not going to register the third one, for example. And just things like, I think the polish, they could adjust polish for the sliders. For example, when the game is on 150 speed, I think there's certain things that break. For example, enemy attacks that just, it's just like they, just give me a second. Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, there's definitely some work to be done there. What the fuck? There you go. Guys, just give me a sec. I just need to make a quick change to my my settings here because my computer is really loud and I don't get why. It's like super loud. Just bear with me, guys. Sorry guys, just give me a sec. I'm trying to figure out because my GPU is super loud and I can't. It's like it's running super hot, so I'm just trying to make sure that something's not about to break here. Let's see if I cap the frame rate to 60, if that makes a difference. Okay, let's do that. So it's really weird. Yeah, it's still doing it. Okay, guys, just give me a sec. I just have to... Fuck, I'll just finish the level and then I'll have to... I'll have to leave and then try to fix this because it's running super loud. Okay, guys, just give me... I'm really sorry for not keeping track of what's happening in chat, but I just have to... really have to... Because my... I don't know if you guys have any experience with, like, AMD Adrenalin, if you guys have an AMD GPU. But, like, my GPU fans are just going super crazy right now. And I can't figure out why that's the case. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go to ChatGPT and just ask what I can do here quickly. There's another account. Oh. Maybe too much stuff open? No, like there's nothing. If your fans go crazy, maybe it's you have too much stuff. Yeah, but that's what I thought too. And I closed a bunch of stuff, but it's not that. It's just it just makes a crazy noise and it runs super hot, and I just can't figure out. Again, really sorry, guys. I'll get this done. Let's see now. Yeah, it's so noisy. I don't know what's happening. It's so noisy. It's like having an engine running in your office. It's insane. If your fan's going crazy, maybe, yeah, your whole PC is putting all the energy into Dark Ages. Yeah, yeah, but like, it just didn't happen previously. Now it's happening all of a sudden. So it's just kind of... Yeah, super loud. Super, super loud. I don't know if it's normal because it didn't do this before. Like, and I have a pretty beefy PC. Yeah. It's a good thing that computer prices, I mean, hardware prices aren't super high at the moment, right, guys? So I could just get myself a new computer. Oh man, if I had to get a new one now, like I would just be paying so much money for what I'm getting, you know? Like, it's crazy how prices have gone so high recently. Can't believe it. Mine sounds like a washing machine. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go. But just like I kind of always worried that my computer's just gonna, you know, that it's just gonna blow up or something, you know, when it makes a lot of noise like that. You know what I mean? Like, I just kind of always get nervous. There you go. Yo, Jello, no, you're not late, man. Just having a bit of technical issues here, but you've finally come at a good time. Yesterday was, you really caught me at a bad time yesterday because I just lost an Ultra Nightmare run, so your old one caught fire. Are you playing in 4K? No, I'm playing in 1440p. It really caught fire, like literally? Like, isn't that supposed to not happen? Like, aren't there security measures in place for a computer not to catch fire? First time I hear it, like... Never heard that before. There's a 4K 240 monitor and both, your fans just caught on fire. Okay. Crap. Shit. Okay. Well, I hope that doesn't happen to me, because it sounds like it's going to happen. Sounds like my, so, you know, if the stream suddenly stops, guys, it's just so you know that that my computer's kind of going crazy. Just so you guys know. My new one way better. It's just hot and loud, but safe. Yeah. That's always good to know. I don't know. I just always get nervous around that shit. You know. It shouldn't blow up. Hopefully not. No. That would be a shame if it did. Can you die? Man, stone imps are such an annoyance in this game. There you go. Do you guys know if Hugo Martin is going to be streaming this week? Because don't they usually stream every Thursday? I mean, they definitely didn't do it last week, so I'm just wondering if that's something that they've stopped in the meantime because they're too busy doing the DLC or whatever. Because I kind of miss those streams. They're always really fun to watch. Especially because Hugo Martin sucks at his own game. It's always fun to see that. Ah, fucking hell, man. Oh, there you go. Good. I mean, at least I died early on. That was... losing your shield is a death sentence in this game. It's incredible. If you want, maybe because for me, I put it on eco for my settings, so it's quiet and not that hot. If you could only play Eternal TDA, which would you pick? Kool-Aid. The thing is, Kool-Aid, is that it really depends on my mood. So it's, you know, if you tell me that I'm in a certain mood until the end of time, then I can give you an answer. But it just really depends on what I feel like. You know, like if I really feel like something hectic and something, you know, where I really have to sort of be totally fully locked in and, you know, with no margin for mistakes, you know, like really challenging myself, then I would say Eternal. But like, you know, when I want to have a more chilled out experience where I have to think more strategically, then, you know, then I'll probably take Dark Ages, right? But like these days, I mentioned this in my stream a few days ago, is that I played Eternal recently just to, you know, for fun. I wanted to try out a new level. And I played it for a bit and I was like, oh, I'm too tired for this. I'd rather, you know, go back to Dark Ages and just chill. So it really depends on my mood, you know? But Eternal is like, it's a masterpiece of a game, right? It's like... And so is this game in its own way. Like, they're just both, they're so different. Like, I can't pit one against the other. They're two, like, it's comparing apples and oranges, you know? They're very, very different games. So I can't really tell you. It just really depends on my mood, you know? There's days where I'd much rather play Eternal, and then there's others where I'd much rather play Dark Ages. It's really hard to... I love each game in its own way, you know? I hope that answer was satisfactory. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you want something more movement-based, then definitely Eternal. Can you fuck off, man? If you want something more movement-based, then definitely Eternal. If you want something a bit more like cerebral, where you have to sort of... Like, I think Eternal is very reaction-based, you know? You don't really think that much. It's more about reflexes and, you know, comboing over and over again, you know? Like, you're just using the same weapon combos and shifting them depending on, you know, changing them depending on who you're fighting, etc. But that's about it. Like, Dark Ages is, to me, a more cerebral game where you really want to sort of, as soon as you enter, like, an arena, I'm talking about the campaign now, not Repertorium, you know? So, in Dark Ages, where I feel like as soon as I enter an arena, I'm always like, okay, how do I route this? Who do I go for first? And using which weapons? And what's the prioritization order here? Like who do I prioritize and when, you know? Eternal doesn't work that way for me. It's way more just reaction based. Oh man. But of course, there's a bit of reaction here with the parries and all that, but it's not the same thing. Eternal is a way more... Eternal just requires a lot more skill, a lot more hand-eye coordination, a lot more muscle memory. It's different. It's a completely different game. It's just crazy how they were able to make... I'm not putting Dark Ages in that discussion, but I think it's just great how they were able, sorry, 2016, I'm not putting 2016 in that discussion, but I think it's so cool how they sort of, man, what am I doing? I'm not even focusing. How they're able to create Eternal and Dark Ages, like two so fundamentally different games, right? With completely different mechanics, and they're the same franchise, but they're essentially, they could be two different games made by two different companies, right? That's what they feel like. So I think that's pretty good. That's a pretty cool achievement from id Software. Do you think Eternal would be better if it had first and kick melee combos like TDA? No, because like Eternal already has its own combos. Eternal has weapon combos, and and there's already the the blood punch for melee, and that's enough. Like if you add melee combos to Eternal, it just becomes, Eternal is deep and complicated enough as it is. If you add melee combos to Eternal, it just becomes way too convoluted of a video game, I think. Yeah, for Eternal you have a lot of text combos, exactly. Yeah, that's it. It's already full of that stuff, you know? So doesn't need more of it, definitely not. Eternal would be different with 3 times the ammo, no? Well, you wouldn't be using the chainsaw as much, or the hammer, if you have 3 times the ammo. So that it would change the gameplay loop for sure, yeah. Kool-Aid, are you asking me this because you're, is it because you're hesitating on whether to buy Dark Ages or Eternal, or is it because you're, I mean, have you played a lot of Eternal and you're wondering if you should get Dark Ages, or what's the reason for your questioning? I'm curious. Bro, you're right. My PC was heating and I had to shut it off. Yeah. There you go. Yo, C Doom, welcome back, man. Are you not dead? Thank you. I'm gonna buy Doom Eternal first, but what's funny is that what got me into the franchise was when I baked and watched a TDA gameplay video, which I was blown away by. Okay, which video was that? But I mean, make no mistake, this is Dark Ages is a really good game, and it's actually it's funny because it's really grown on me. Like, the more I've played it, the more I've gotten out of it. Including the music, is like the soundtrack. Really dig it now. And this is coming from an eternal fanboy, you know. Buy Doom 2016 first, then Eternal, then Dark Ages. Yeah. Or I would say buy 2016 first, then Dark Ages, then Eternal. If you wanna, like, that's the skill progression I see at least. In my opinion, it would have been nice to have more melee abilities and fists and kick combos in Eternal. Yeah, but Eternal's just like, Eternal isn't a melee. Like, Dark Ages is a lot more. It's a melee focused shooter, you know. Eternal isn't. Eternal is very much a weapon switching shooter. I think it would be a bit too. I'm sure they're gonna find a mod, you know, like they're gonna come up with a mod to enable you to do that stuff. But I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure that would work though. That's just how I see it. Hey, Lightwing, what's up, man? Hope you're good. Hope you had a good weekend. I'd love to hear that from you. It makes my day. This game soundtrack truly does get better and better the more you listen to it. It does, you know. It's a grower. It's not a shower, you know. Eternal to me is a shower. This game is a lot more of a grower. I think I'd play a bit more conservatively in Eternal compared to the usual YouTube quick swap and stream movement. I've got what TDA video it was. It was around this time it came out. Okay, yeah. Yes, completed Ultra Kill yesterday. Peak Cinema Gaming. Now I get what it's all, what the whole, yeah, the hype is about. Yeah, like, I also tried Ultra Kill when it came out. I have about like 60 hours in that game, I think, and you know, I had good fun. But that's about it for me, like. Can you heat up? And all these imp firewalls everywhere. Oh. Except for the next layer of fraud and the 6th layer of hell this year. Yeah, that's going to be the final. Isn't that going to be the final update? And then it's going to release. Then it's getting out of early access. Isn't that what the plan is? What? Again, like what got me? For fuck's sake, man. Again, like, why is it that when I use the melee close to a barrel, it just explodes? Like this game, man. Jesus. It's really funny to see how similar the reactions are to Eternal Dark Ages on launch. Both weren't too well received. Now Eternal's viewed as the greatest Doom game. Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what's going to happen to Dark Ages. Mark my words. Dark Ages, just give it a couple of years. Give it a couple of years and DLC and loads of updates and Repertorium, like a finished Repertorium feature, and you'll see what people think about it. You'll see. It's gonna change. It's gonna flip on its head, you know? What do you think of them adding a battle axe that can be cooked with TDA? I think that would be. I think a battle axe or a sword would be fitting. I'd love to see how. Like, I think that's fitting, right? Because we've gotten gauntlets, a flail, and then what are they called? Oh man, I can never. Gauntlets, a flail, and a mace. So I think it would be fitting if we got something like that, right? Bro. Fuck? Am I stuck? I'm sure Dark Ages will follow the same path. Yeah, but I agree. I think it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time and updates and tweaks to the gameplay. That's, you know, and I'm sure the DLC is really going to shake things up when it comes to gameplay. So, and that's going to change a lot of minds, you know. Skip all this because I can. Oh, fucking hell. The input lag sometimes. Dude. Thank you. Also, the master campaign. Yeah. I mean, that's definitely something we're going to be getting. I hear, right? We're going to be getting like a new game plus kind of thing. I think that's pretty much been confirmed. This music, man, I love it. Yeah. Like the music. I just wish the track from the Barrier Core mech level was in the actual. It is. Is it in Hebeth? I'm not sure, but it's a really good track. Yeah. It'd be nice if the melee weapons could also be equipped, like the fist being held up or flail handle being shown on screen. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, I mean that could be the case. Like, just imagine a berserker power up where you're only using melee, like an eternal. Like in eternal, you're only using your hands. You know, when you have a berserker power up. So I think it would be fitting in Dark Ages. Once you take a berserker, not to use your weapons and just use your melee to punch things to death. Right? That would be very, very fitting for Dark Ages. The thing that would perfect Dark Ages would be the removal of the Acolyte. Yeah, it is in a Beth. Yeah. The removal of the Acolyte. I'm just gonna set things back to. I'm gonna go back to 80 FPS because I mean my PC is loud as fuck, but apparently it's running fine. So I'm guessing I can do that. Just have to figure out what's wrong with it. If any of you guys are AMD adrenaline wizards and tell me how to fix my GPU because it's making so much noise, that would be amazing. Oh, 80 FPS. Seriously, the difference between 60 and 80 FPS is insane. It's only 20 FPS, but it's such a jump in looks and feel. It's crazy. Yeah, the Acolyte, there's worse enemies in the game for sure, but I understand what he means because it kind of feels, that ground, if you play on 150 speed again, and you get that, the sort of the ground AoE that they put down, right? Then it makes the game fucking hell. This section here. Are we done? Yeah, exactly. Max sliders. Yeah. I think just 150 speed Acolytes are a big pain. Acolyte is an inconsistent enemy with its AoEs. They linger around even after the encounter is complete. Yeah. It is a bit of a buggy AI. It is a bit buggy when it comes to the AoE and its damage and all that. It's inconsistent. I agree with you on that. Can you? You. Man, this section also, like... Hell Knights are also very buggy. Speaking of buggy enemies, like, sometimes, you know, when you parry their attacks, it just doesn't register. It's so weird. One thing I don't like is how the soldier is one hit with gauntlet on max sliders because it makes the slayer feel too underpowered. Yeah. Cool kid. That's a good thing. With a hit from the maxed out gauntlet, you give it a shock. Then you use the cycler to spread it very easily. Yeah. Like cycler is it's. I think cycler is probably my second or favorite weapon in the game. It's so powerful. The shock mechanic and how you can spread lightning is just it's overpowered in some areas, right? Crypto Gamer, what's up, man? And they say Doom the Dark Ages is slow. Yeah. It's people who say that I still don't understand. I think it's people who played the game maybe on default sliders. I don't know. There you go. Quick and easy. But yeah, people who say this game is slow, I don't know what they're smoking. But if they try playing the game on 150 speed, then they're gonna have a different opinion. I can tell you that. If they can manage to play it, that is. Okay, where's that nightmare imp? There you go. This room, man. This room can give you problems. If you're not quick enough, it can give you big problems. Uh-oh. Ah. I mean, what the fuck keeps hitting me? Jesus Christ, man. This game sometimes, like, you know... Thank you, die. I feel like some people are too stubborn to use the difficulty sliders. Yeah, that's disintegrate. That's exactly what the problem is with this game. Is that what people just like just people are just too lazy. A lot of people are just too lazy to play with the sliders. You know, they want the game to be, you know, they just want the defaults to be plug and play, and that's it. Nothing else to worry about, right? But that's not how it goes in this game. This game is all about messing with the sliders and finding an experience, messing with them to find the experience. What the hell? To find the experience that works for you, right? That's what the whole game. That's just what Dark Ages is about. Nothing else. Finding your own fun, you know? And finding my fun is Ultra Nightmare with 300 damage to player, low parry, and 150 speed. And it is kicking my ass, I can tell you that. It is really kicking my ass. I've completed Ultra Nightmare on many occasions, but on these sliders, not yet. So that's why I'm also streaming it, because if I get it done, then I can celebrate with you guys. And by the way, this game is just, even on default Ultra Nightmare, it's not an easy game. So again, there's also a crowd of people who call this game easy. I completely disagree with that. It's not an easy game at all. Watch out for the next arena. Yeah, that arena is tough after it's... Yeah, exactly, yeah. That's why I wanted innovation and accessibility. Exactly, yeah. And it deserved it. But I think it deserved Best Action Game. I can't believe Hades 2 won Best Action Game over Doom the Dark Ages. It's shocking to me. The laziness is ridiculous from the complainers. Yeah, but exactly, you know, like... more games need difficulty sliders so you can customize experience to your skill level. Yeah. A lot more games need... Yeah, definitely. But I think the problem is a lot of people see that as lazy. They think, oh, you know, like the developers can't sort of figure out difficulty on their own, so they just let the players decide, you know? And that's wrong, because if you look at the default, you know, difficulties like Nightmare, Ultraviolence, I think they're pretty well balanced. The only thing that I would change in Nightmare is increasing the speed, you know? Yo, Hyper Yusion, man, that's this guy. I watched a bit of your stuff, man. You're really you're a decent speedrunner, I can tell you that. Good job on some of your times, man. Like, really impressive stuff. Really impressive stuff. Good job. Good to have you on, man. Yeah. Hades also beat Doom Eternal. Exactly. That's also what I was saying, man. It's insane. It's just insane that it happens to two Doom games in a row, right? 2020, 2025. Hades 1 and Hades 2 win, and it's just like they don't deserve Best Action Game. I'm sorry, they're good video games, but they don't deserve Best Action Game. That doesn't work. I plan 75% damage to demons on 130 speed, and the damage decreases you do changes everything, and I'm not over exaggerating. You feel like Wrath of the Encounters. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah. It does really feel different. The game really changes when you mess with the sliders. You have to change your approach as well, right? And use weapons more strategically. Exactly, yeah. You have to switch weapons a bit more when you play that way. It's a new way of thinking in terms of difficulty. Last of the Two did a very good job with difficulty sliders, as did AC Valhalla. It's nice to see Dark Ages follow suit. Yeah, I agree. But you know, like, their whole mantra, I remember, was to make a Doom for all slayers. And that's what they did, you know. Like, this is a game for all skill levels. If you're somebody like me who's played a lot of Eternal, for example, I'll definitely, the first thing I'll do is pump up the speed, you know. If you're somebody who's into Souls games, then you'll lower the parry window. If you're somebody who likes 2016, then you'll keep things as they are. Maybe, you know, lower certain things like the speed, etc. It's for everybody. Thanks, man. Yeah. You're welcome, bro. I mean, like, I've been watching your stuff quite a bit, and you definitely deserve more attention because you've had some crazy times. You've broken some records also, if I remember correctly, in some categories, right? Salim, what's up, man? Hope you're good. Good to have you on, man. You're on every time I'm live. You always come on. It's great having you, man. Holy shit, Salim. Yeah, see him. Salim is here. Like, he's here. He hasn't missed a stream of mine in forever. He's always here, man. It's amazing. Yeah, Hyper used to. Oh, damn! I watched your entire 4 hours run. Good shit, dude. Yeah. I currently hold world record for both default UN and 150 speed. Yeah, there you go, man. Yeah. I hope you blow up, man. I really hope you, because, you know, a lot of people are still, like, you know, you hear, like, the common names that you still hear, you know, like, are Retro and MMA Fro and all these guys, and I hope you sort of, you cut through all the noise and make a name for yourself. I really hope you do. So, yeah. Reason I've been watching your Max Libraries playthroughs every night. I'm learning so much from. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but like I've also been learning quite a bit. Is it impossible to do UN with Max Sliders? Oh man, I don't even want to attempt that. Also, can we talk about how good the boss fights are in Dark Ages? Some of the best first-person boss fights I've ever seen in a game. Yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, Azrak to me is the one that stands out. Creedmaker is good also, but very easy to beat. Creedmaker is could have been better. Could have been a bit harder. Creedmaker really reminds me of the Conmaker boss in Doom Eternal. Just way too easy to beat. Hyperusin, have you been speedrunning Eternal by any chance? Or is Dark Ages your first Doom game? For speedrunning, I mean. Learning Azrak was a ton of fun. Felt good to kick his ass after he killed me more than a dozen times. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Azrak is a really good boss fight. Really good stuff. Probably one of my favorites in the trilogy. Like, the Icon of Sin is one that a lot of people hate in Eternal, but I actually love it. I think it's a very fun. I find him very fun to fight. I don't want to start. That's annoying. I have to start this with less health. Ugh. But as with the dragon, you shoot as fast as you click with the power shots. Yeah. How do you do that melee thing? Like you switch to different melees and get recharged red mace while switch between melees. Dark Age is the first time speedrunning, but not the first I know life I've had serious sand 3 hit list 2 years ago. Oh, okay, got it. Okay. Okay. You literally just parry, and while you're getting the charge, you swap to the mace with the new melee swap. It's cheap as fuck. Okay. Is that new tech? Like new melee tech we've discovered here? Never understood. Hey, oh yeah. I never understand the icon hate either, man. I think it's never got it. Maybe some people thought it was a bit too gimmicky with the armor that you had to, the armor that you have to take down first, and then the muscle tissue you have to take down afterwards. Like maybe that was the issue. I don't know. Oh man, that was... Huh. Give me a sec. Cyber Demon 2016 is also pretty good too. Just a solid one. Well, yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Yeah, also pretty good fight. Very reminiscent of the Gladiator fight actually in Eternal, where you had to jump over or those hoops. Same kind of mechanic there. Dark Ages has my favorite final act in any Doom game now, to be honest. I love how you're getting a locked solid 80 FPS. Yeah, I could go above, but my computer runs hot when I do so I'd rather keep it at 80. I've had quite a few issues with shutdowns and all that because I run this game at high frame rate, so I'd rather keep it locked at 80. This game has grown a lot on me recently. I'm enjoying it right now. Yeah, but same thing for me, Salim. Like it's the game is really grown immensely on me recently. And especially, I've been playing so much Eternal for years now that I need a bit of a, I'll always go back to Eternal. But sometimes when I just need a break from Eternal, this is the perfect game to go to because I just want that first-person frantic combat, and I get it here, But it's a tiny bit more chill though than Eternal, which is good. Tech is a strong word. I would say it's more like bug abusing. Yeah, okay, got it. Yeah, since they added quick melee swap, swap to the Dread Mace as soon as you parry. I'm just not a big fan of the melee swap mechanic they've added. There's a few issues that I feel like should be ironed out, and the whole thing about let's say I use the the gauntlet. I use one charge, and then if I remember correctly, if I swap to the Dread Mace, then I have to start from scratch again. Then I have to wait for the charge to fill up. I think they should figure out a way to sort of share economies between melee weapons because it just feels very clunky the way it's set up right now, right? There's a couple of new stuff I've discovered recently, which will definitely be in the next world record. You can get 2 Vagary fights in Siege Part 1. Okay, got it. Yeah, man, I'd love to see this, and I know which fights those are. There's 3 Vagaries in Siege 1, right? There's the one that's guarding... Two of them are guarding a gold chest, and there's a third one guarding a ruby, right? There's 3, I think, in total, if I remember correctly. Yeah, gold chest and the statue. Yeah, exactly, yeah. So, Celine takes no practice, to be honest. I do it on accident, like instant siege mode in 2016. Okay. Wobo the Third, hey man, this is my favorite of the modern trilogy for many reasons. Yeah, I mean, please share. I'm curious to hear why that's the case. Like, I think for me, it's going to be hard to top Eternal because Eternal is such a it's such a masterpiece for me. I mean, this game is definitely, without a doubt, my second favorite Doom game. But I think it's for me, like, given the time I put into Eternal, given how it's also what got my channel started, like I kind of have an emotional attachment to Eternal. So I have a hard time knocking it off the perch and putting Dark Ages as number 1, You can straight up just hit the chest in one vagary fight through the shield. Okay, damn. Never tried that. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Let's get started. Okay, where's the other guy? Whoa. There you go. Yeah, I'm using Kai's mod. Yeah, I am indeed. I'm using it for 130 FOV. And also to skip a few things as well, I think. I think I also skip weapon animation pickup animations. Kai's mod is Doom Kai's mod is like a quality of life mod for Doom Dark Ages, where you can sort of skip certain things like weapon pickup animations. You can increase your FOV, you can increase your view model FOV, you can do a lot of stuff with it. There's also randomizer function as well. Like I can play randomizer for this game if I want to. So there's a lot of really, really cool stuff. Yeah, and the slow-mo as well. The slow-mo is better with the mod, exactly, yeah. Like, so I haven't actually activated, so when I actually haven't activated that yet. I wanted to wait for the, what's it called? I wanted to wait for the official game update to release before I started messing with Kai's mod's no slow-mo feature. So I actually haven't, I don't think I've tried the no slow-mo feature on Kai's mod ever. I just wanted to wait for, what am I doing? So yeah. Yeah, the no slow-mo, exactly. Yeah, mainly this feels more like old school Doom. Don't get me wrong, I love Eternal, but to me, the arenas feel more like Quake 3. I grew up in OG Doom games, especially Doom 2 mods. Yeah, like, this is a game made for people who love classic Doom, you know? 100%. To me, like, it feels like a reimagining of classic Doom, you know? That's how I see Dark Ages. And that was the vision, you know, as well, so... And they executed on that perfectly. Yeah, the official game still leaves in too much slow-mo. Yeah, but I'm just like... So Hyperusin, I'm just not sure if... Isn't Kai's mod slow-mo? Doesn't that break certain things? Doesn't that have an effect on enemy AI in some ways? I thought I remember somebody telling me something of that nature. That it kind of breaks the AI quite a bit when you use it. I think there should be slow-mo sliders for different weapons. I don't like slow-mo with the gauntlet and flail, but it's amazing with the mace and some glory kills. Yeah. No idea. I'm not allowed to use it for speedruns. I'm not using. Yeah, obviously, yeah. When it comes to speedrunning, you're kind of you're restricted, right? You have to use the. Which patch are you playing on? Hyperusian? Like, are you playing on the latest patch? I mean, are you speedrunning on the latest patch or? Come on. Thank you. Yeah, latest right now I'm focused on max sliders and it's annoying as fuck. I mean, max sliders what on UN or just like a casual nightmare? I just want to go back to the regular stuff. Another world record is easily on the table. Okay. Have you gotten? Have you been in touch with GDQ, Hyperusian? That would be cool. I mean, it would be super cool to see you there. No? Okay. Yeah, he's been killing it for sure. Yeah, I mean, that's why, like, I mean, it's super good to have him on. Really good to have him on. Do you care about the story of the DLC? No. But I'm curious. I don't care, but I'm curious. I want to see which direction they're headed in, right? But I mean, story in a Doom game, you know, it's never been something that's like I'm here for the gameplay, really. Nothing else. But I'm just curious to see, you know, like how it links to how it relates to the 2016, and I hope Eternal as well, but I don't think so. I feel like they're trying to sort of they're trying to dismiss Eternal as a story. They're trying to pretend it never existed, which is funny. With Dark Lord and all that, I think they feel a bit ashamed of that, and they want to pretend it never happened. But is it GDQ America only? Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think it is. But yeah, where are you based, Hyperusian, if I may ask, if you're willing to share? GC timeout. Because my friend was in the stream and I called him bad as joke. Yeah, timeout for 15 hours. Damn. 15 minutes. Okay, not just okay, not 15 hours. The story of Eternal was definitely not their finest work. No, it wasn't, especially the DLCs. I think the base game was okay, but like the DLCs were not. Yeah. But again, who cares? You know, the gameplay was amazing. Have you tried small island dodge with fastest projectiles? Never. Eastern Europe. Okay, got it. Cycler. Whoop. That wasn't good. Oh, can you fuck off? Dude. Third time. That was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Yo, Dennis, what's up, man? Hope you're good. Laden Den is here. Thank you, Yo, for death protection. Yeah, but I agree. And it's fair, you know. It's. Yeah, I'm good. How about you? Yeah, I'm good, man. It just sucks that it's Monday tomorrow, but
The ships are
you know, I'm here. I'm playing Doom with you guys, so that gets me in a pretty good mood. So it's always a good way to end my evening. I just love these streaming sessions where I have people here that I can chat with. I think it's so cool. I streamed for a while and it was great. Love talking to the new people in chat. Yeah. What were you streaming, C-Doom? These fucking dumbbells, man. They do so much damage. Oh, come on. I want to use this guy for parry. Ah, I hate it when these guys start. Come on, come back here. Come back! Come on. Ah, there you go. There always comes a time where they start bugging out. What the fuck? I was streaming Resident Evil 4 Remake and Doom Eternal. Oh man, yeah, Resident Evil 4. Oh, I love both the original and the remake, and I can't decide on which one I prefer. I think both are just amazing in different ways, you know? Like, but I mean, obviously the one I played most recently was the remake, and I think I was blown away by that game. I just remember I was so excited for it because I got the original one I bought when I was in high school in 2004, I think, 2005. And I just remember just loving that game to bits. And as soon as the remake was announced, I pre-ordered it. I was like, fuck it, I'm getting this. I don't care what I have to pay for it. I'm getting it. And I just loved it. Yeah, it's amazing. It's so good. Alright, so the way you skip this fight is lure the Hell Knight near the statue to get it into Lori kill, then throw the shield at it. Yeah. Oh man, okay, yeah. I'm gonna start watching more of your stuff, man, to figure out. I mean, I'm not a speedrunner, right? But just to, you know, see certain, like, if I can abuse certain things, right? That would be cool to see. If there's any lessons I can take from that. Fodders are the worst on max sliders. I always clear absolutely everything before I even begin to fight. I mean, fodder horrible even on, you know, like, just on these sliders I'm on right now. Like, just there, example right there, right? I almost got killed by them. Like, what the hell? Jesus. I've been preaching this since day one, bro. They're the fucking devil. I've died to them more than anything else. Yeah, me too. Like the number of times I've lost runs to fodder is insane. It's happened more than I could admit. I played the classic VR remake. Oof. I hope. So, Lightwing, are you talking about? Are you talking about Resident Evil Requiem? You know, the one that's coming out in a month, or the actual an actual RE9? Because Requiem isn't called Resident Evil 9, is it? Isn't there somebody missing? Yeah, there he is. I'm gonna use you to farm some melees. Oh, you see? Every fucking time. Just jump. Just jump. RE9 Requiem. Okay, fuck, I didn't realize it. Okay, I thought it was just called Resident Evil Requiem. Okay. It's the final mainline game. It's with the one and only, the GOAT, Leon Kennedy. I hope we can play as Leon Kennedy quite a bit. I really hope so, because he's badass. Ah, fucking hell. Yeah, I saw that you could. Yeah, I saw that you'll be Leon. But I just hope that we're going to be able to play a lot with him. That it's not only just like, for example, in RE4, you have that small sequence that you play as Ashley. Remember that? And I just hope that it's not going to be like that with Leon this time around. I hope it's not going to be a short sequence that you play as him. Does that make sense? Hell Knight be hopping, yeah, I know. Unpredictable as fuck in this game, Hell Knights. C-Doom saw some video, not sure how much of it is true, but the story is, it's like the finale to the all the mainline guys, so that's why they shoeshorned Leon again. Okay. Yeah. I think it will be like 40% Grace RE7 type horror and 60% Leon RE4 action. Yeah. Okay. I hope it's going to be 70 or 80% Leon RE4 action. That's my hope. You play as two characters, the woman and the GOAT Leon Kennedy. Yeah. I just hope that we'll be playing quite a bit as Leon Kennedy. You know? People don't really seem to realize that Leon isn't shoehorned, really. He has been seen in a new game since RE6, which was like 13 years ago. Yeah. Deb says the game's going to feel like playing two games. I think it's half and half. Yeah, I mean, if one half is like, you know, pure like survival horror, and the other half is survival, like action survival horror, then I'm fine with that. Then I'm good with that, yeah. All I want is never see Ashley again. She gave me a hard time. Yeah, but like, I mean, I never liked her sections. Like, every time I played RE4, I was like, oh, the Ashley section. Fuck me. I don't want to do this again, you know? The Ashley, let's put it this way. The Ashley sections in RE4 felt like the Atlan and Turret sections in this game. Just to compare. That's how it felt to me. I love fighting a cyber demon while dumbbells are chasing me. bro. Oh my god. Sometimes I really hate this game. Yeah, GG. Exactly. Yeah. Do you guys have any good do you guys have any good Repertorium arenas to share with me? I'd be happy to play those if you have anything that I can another, yeah, Lost of Fodder, exactly. Yeah. But it's just like, I just feel, I mean, yeah. Like, an issue I have with this game is that sometimes I just don't know, like, with Eternal, for example, I knew exactly what I died to, right? In this game, sometimes I just don't know. I just don't know what's, why do I die here, you know? Like, there's no... Do you want the one I used in my Riptorian video? Yeah, sure, go ahead. Just like, just give me, send me the code. Yeah, you guys, just go ahead. Like, any one of you, just send me codes, and then I'll just play them. Okay. Okay. The game just crashed. Okay. I have no code though, and I think it's impossible anyway. Okay. Man, this game crashes. Does this game crash as much for you guys, or because I feel it crashes quite a bit. Okay. How many rounds? 5 rounds. Okay. Lightweight. What about minutes and time limit and all that? Man, I wish there was a faster way to do this rather than having to put in codes all the time. Recently, yeah. That's what I feel like. I feel like since the latest patch, the game has been crashing quite a lot. Whoop. Okay, so it's C1M1, right? Uh, 8 minutes in Village of Kalim. Okay. I haven't had any technical issues at all. I used to crash an insane amount for me before I updated my drivers. Okay, timer's a bit lenient. Yeah, but I've encountered quite a bit of crashing recently. It's a bit annoying. Yeah. I think it depends on what kind of GPU you are as well. Like, I feel like, because I have an AMD, and I feel like the game doesn't work well with AMDs. It's a feeling I get. Like, alright, so 8 minutes. Okay, so yeah, all right. I'll just use the presets I have right now. I mean the sliders I have on right now. Just gonna make sure I have. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Oh. Ah, okay. Let's do that again. And yeah, it has its own driver issues. Good luck. Yeah, but I agree with you. It's and like I'm kind of happy I got an AMD, but because I've had a lot of issues with Nvidia, but I love how one of the tips is block more when your shield breaks from one hit. It's 90% of the time. Exactly. How many hours you got? I'm on 400 hours or so. I think you're on 1,000 plus, right? Hopper using? I think last time I checked, I think that's what you were at. Whoa. Man, it's so annoying fighting these guys through the time like this. Oh, bro. Why have to be next to each other? There you go. Oh no, not this bitch. Night Trap, why'd you have to put stone imps? You know they're the worst enemy in the game. Ah, fuck. Oh no. Ah, that's not good. Bro, these fucking... Oh. Whew. Nah, it's definitely not hard. It's doable. Just have to figure out, like, you know, because like it's my first time playing it, so I just have to figure out who's spawning and when, right? That's how. Stone imps. Ah, fucking stone imp. No. Ah. Fucking stone imps, man. They are such a pain to deal with. Come on. Oh no. Fucking hell. Oh, fucking hell. Ooh. Okay. What are you gonna cut up with now, huh? What's gonna happen now? No? Oh yeah. Okay, what's gonna happen now? Is this a troll kind of thing that you have here? Just a shit ton of Okay, that was a pretty good. I thought I was gonna get trolled there. That was pretty good, man. I liked the final one. That was like I was expecting something just crazy, but yeah, it was good. It was really, really good. I like that there's a jukebox for Repertorium. Yeah, but agreed. I think it's. I really like the thing is, you know, like when you play campaign for so long, when you play, you know, like Ultra Nightmare, the campaign, and then you go back to this, all of a sudden you have to remember, shit, I have all my weapons, so I have to remember to cycle back, you know, it's to cycle between all my weapons and all that. So I was a bit rusty at the very beginning there, but I think it's, but yeah, pretty good preset. Really liked it. Long ass preset. Yeah, it was. I mean, it wasn't that long. Have you guys tried my? If you look at my page, I have a few codes. I even did a trailer for Slaughter Frenzy. That's a pretty long. That's a long preset. That's like 500, more than 500 demons, and I think it's like 5 rounds, like 2 to 3 waves per round. It's like it's crazy long, right? But it's super like it's an endurance test, and that's what it was supposed to be. Slight comment puzzle, like I have put some demon prizes as GG's, just why not from all the tough shit. I tried Joseph Daz was hard, like endurance tests. Yeah, exactly. But I really like I put some time into that one to figure out, you know, I tested it out quite a bit to make sure that I got it right, and I think I did. But it's supposed to be long, and that's something that I sort of advertised when I did that trailer, was to say, you know, you'll be fighting more than 500 demons, right? So yeah, I don't think I've ever tried. Let me just try these. I don't think I've only tried sadistics. I've never tried these two. I'm just curious to see what these are like. Now for Salim's, yeah. I mean, if Salim has one to share with me, I'm happy to do it. Wait, am I on the right speed here? Okay, I felt slow for a second. Did he send it to me in Discord? Okay. Dude. Let me see. Discord. All right, I'll try this one. Okay. Did he say which? Did he say which arena? Yeah, okay, I'll just do, maybe I'll just do Ryo then. 5 take minutes. Okay. I know it's gonna be some CBT stuff. That's for sure. Oh no, do I have to do this shit again? Wait. Oh, I have to put it. Oh, fucking hell. Skrillex, and then what? Oh shit. Oh, come on. Oh god, man, I hate it when... Okay. Okay. There you go. Done. Alright, guys. That's it for me today. Let's see. Maybe tomorrow I'll be continuing my Ultra Nightmare runs. Let's see. GG's. Yeah. Thanks, Lightwing. Cool. Alrighty. Okay, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I really had a good one today, and yeah, it was fun. Yeah. And thanks, C-Doom, for joining in as usual. It's really good to have you guys on. Yeah, I'll keep this going. So let's just hope that I can get that UN run done, because I'm really getting tired of that one. It's taking forever. It's taking longer than I thought it would. So yeah. Anyways, have a good one, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. All right, take care. Bye.